Zach stated that 217 is a reference to the movie The Shining. And in fact, he almost made it 237 after the movie, because the book says 217 and then the movie says 237, which is true to an extent, because I think the way Zach says it matters, because there's all kinds of theories about 217, right? Mine was that it was connected to Trevor Moore's death because he died around 217 or around 230, as you'll see on Wikipedia. So let's see the exact clip that's being referenced here.
Just be me projecting onto the movie, but so much of this film feels Stephen King coded to me.
Fair.
Really just from the alcoholic school teacher, the 217, yeah. How much 217 was that in your head to a certain degree?
Subconsciously.
Yeah.
217 has to have come from that. It has to have. And look, I'm a Kubrick guy when it comes to The Shining. You know, I definitely worship that movie, and I thought of changing it to 237. But then I was like, you know what? My first impulse has got to be the one I stick with. So I kept 217.
It's important to notice how the question was asked and then how it was answered. It was directly asked, was this a thing from The Shining? Was this a reference to The Shining? And Zach says, it has to be, right? That's insinuating that he takes so much influence from The Shining that perhaps it was a subconscious thing. And then later on, when they're actually going to film the movie, he almost even changed it to 237 because he prefers the movie, draws influence from the movie. But that doesn't mean he went in and said, I'm going to make it 217 because of The Shining. But what he does say is this.
What is the significance of 217 a.m.?
It's a detail that I thought would just lodge in the characters' brains. Why 217?
Yeah.
So I just thought it was sticky. You know, the number itself is debatably significant, but just the fact that there is a number, I thought was that's the point.
Yeah. Is it true when you started writing, you kind of started with this idea of the kids leaving at 217, but didn't actually know where you were going to go?
I did not know.
Can you talk to me a little bit about that and how that process was
I'm just typing. Honestly, all right. This girl says this is a true story. That's the first line. Okay, what is the story? I don't know. These kids went out of the house. Okay, really? Where'd they go? I don't know.
So he says he just sits down and he's just typing. All of this is coming to him, right? And he has said in other interviews that he did this in response to the death of a friend. As I mentioned in the clip people are commenting on right now. Josh Brolin has even brought it up a couple of times. The thing is, Zach has never actually said, to my knowledge, that I've seen in the interviews that I've read and watched, he's never said Trevor Moore's name. He said a close friend. Now, you put together yourself that it's Trevor Moore because we all know Zach from Whitest Kid You Know, and we know that Trevor Moore died around the time that he sat down and started writing Weapons.